So we're gonna be starting off today, this glorious day, with some Hero Hay content. All right, it's been a while since we've had a Hero Hay video. All right. So this is going over the Pragmata situation debacle, the outrage happening on Twitter. I'm not 100% sure what exactly Hero Hay is gonna show, but we'll watch and see. But yeah, there's definitely been some very insane reactions to a FPS with a wholesome father-daughter relationship. Because I guess whenever people see a adult man and a little girl, they can't help but think about sexual scenarios, which, if you ask me, is kind of a self-report. You see a grown man and a little girl, and the first thing on your mind is sex. A little weird, a little bizarre, but we'll get into it here.
Capcom's new game Pragmata has been a great success since its recent release on April 14th.
Yeah, and by the way, good on Capcom. All right, like I saw they put out a tweet that they sold 1 million units. That is great. It came out the 14th. It's the 21st. It's been out for what? That's a week, exactly a week, right? 7 days. And they've sold 1 million units. That's awesome. That's great. And you love to see it, right? Like, this is what we want, right? They created an entirely new IP. They took risks, and they are being rewarded for it, right? They made a fun game with a fun story, and it's you love to see it, man, because the creativity in the gaming industry is rough. It is rough, especially in AAA. In the indie scene, the indie scene is thriving, but the AAA scene, in terms of creativity, it is dry as shit.
Currently getting an overwhelmingly positive score over on Steam.
Yep.
Many men and women are talking about how they're enjoying the father-daughter-esque relationship between Hugh Williams, the MC, and Diana, an android that he meets. However, Twitch streamer Hassan Piker and a number of
Shit! Of course, it's Hamas Pickles.
Moderators are getting very offended by this.
Yeah,
game.
I saw that
this
as well with
Reddit. Video
Reddit.
games showing how their post on our PlayStation was removed by the mods, and it simply said, "Wonderful game. This game was absolutely a 10 out of 10 for me," and that the OP definitely recommends the game. But as mentioned, it seems like the Reddit mods really didn't like this post. How dare this guy celebrate the game and recommend it? That post ended up getting deleted. With additional
What a chud!
Context in the responses, we can see a user had said, "I remember seeing and upvoting your post. Did they say why your post was removed?" The OP says no reason was given. That even messaged the mods
Sounds about
asking
right.
why it got removed and was just ignored. In another
Sounds
example,
about
from
right.
15 hours ago, a user simply asked, "Is Pragmata good?" And that post was also removed by the mods. So many posts about Pragmata on the PlayStation subreddit are getting deleted that a user asked, "Can a mod explain why Pragmata posts are being taken down, please?" And that ended up also getting deleted by the mods with no explanation given. A top 1% user of the Our PlayStation subreddit went on to try to defend the behavior of these moderators, even going on to say that all of the positivity around Pragmata just must be astroturfing. It can't be authentic. But
Bro, dick right, bro. Hop off it. Hop off it. What are you gonna get from the Reddit moderators defending them? What do you gain? What that is some top 1 user shit right there, bro. Like, what are we doing, man?
other users weren't falling for that, pointing out the hypocrisy and double standards of the moderators and how they are taking a much more heavy-handed approach against Pragmata posts than they have other recent releases. As for the astroturfing claim of that user, this response specifically goes on to call that out, saying Marathon was not that long ago and was being shielded way harder than this game is, and yet I never once saw mods intervene for the sake of quality control for that game. Those are just a few examples of what's going on over on
Reddit is a funny place. These Reddit moderators, they really do be They get something out of that power trip, bro. Like they really feel powerful being Reddit mods. It is insane.
Reddit.
Never
Now
thought I
we'll
would
take a
say
look
this,
at
but I
the
think
clip
I
of
prefer
Twitch
the
streamer
Discord
Hassan Piker
mods.
that's been going around talking about Pragmata.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's
Yeah.
Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making 1,000 people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier, stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. It's out already? Is it good? Isn't this like Death Stranding? In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like, if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right?
That is the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard in my life. What are we on about? Okay. Let's just I'm gonna save the ad hominems for later, okay? Cuz we're gonna watch a Rev video. I'm gonna save the ad hominems for the Rev video, right? We're gonna keep it purely logical for the Hero Hey video, right? So, let's just talk about this first claim. It is completely ridiculous. If you see something in fictional media, for example, let's say you see a story about some guy getting bullied, so he I don't know, he locks in, goes to the gym and does all this shit to better himself, right? And why would it not be good for someone to aspire to want that? Same thing here with Pragmata. What are you on about? Does it not cross your mind that maybe someone will play the game and think, hey, I really want this. I want to have a family. I want to experience this nice feeling. So, maybe they start trying to better themselves, I don't know, get rid of maybe acne that they might have, or hit the gym, become more extroverted and try to break out out of their shell. It's just a completely idiotic point to make, because it's I mean we can do this for Hassan as well. Hassan likes to talk about how he used to be a brokey, which by the way is not true. His family is very well off, but he likes to talk about how he was a brokey, and now that he has money, people say, oh, you're a bad communist. But back when he was a brokey, people were like, I don't remember exactly what the fuck he says, but he says something along those lines, right? So if a poor person sees, I don't know, the lifestyle of, I don't know, rich or upper or middle class families, should they not try to aspire to be in that position because it's something that is unobtainable for them? Like, it's so stupid.
Right? If you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, if they changed hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you.
Okay, this is also an extremely idiotic point, because you are saying that people's emotions are comparable to how they feel about a product changing, they're not the same. They're not comparable. It is perfectly natural to see a happy family dynamic and yearn for it, especially if you are quote unquote a lonely gamer. And especially this day and age, right, when the loneliness epidemic is running rampant. So I mean, this analogy is just stupid.
You freaked out about that. That makes sense, right? Like that's precisely what your life is about. But as far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot, this is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh my god, I want to say, I cannot stand Hassan, dude. How can you be so such a miserable person? How can you be so miserable? Like, just because you're miserable doesn't mean you have to make the rest of us miserable.
Because it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
He then spends like 25 seconds just looking for all this yes men in chat, really thinking he cooked with that take. Of course, I'm speeding this part up. It's just a lot of dead air. And you know what? I got to hand it to the man. This is some impressive stuff. It's not every day you see someone capable of being this out of touch.
Also,
like, bro's really cooking his own audience. It's fucked up.
I will say, Japanese game, putting a child in there, you're playing with fire. Okay,
that's stupid.
Don't get mad at me for saying this, but I feel like
that's just racist.
In
honestly,
a Japanese game, you put like a child.
That's just racist.
It's
I'm not even gonna bother talking about this. This is just racist.
Maybe the worst possible fandom. You know, I know it's not like that. I'm sure the game is not like that, but there will be people who take it like that.
Top responses including, he seems like a really nice, well-adjusted person. Oh, yeah. And another top response reading, I don't understand how someone could be so fundamentally broken that this is their reaction to such a simple, relatable concept. Despite the bizarre anger from some toward this game, as mentioned in the intro, it is currently sitting at an overwhelmingly positive score over on Steam. As always, thank you for tuning in. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.
Oh man, I was gonna have a lovely week. Thank you, Hero. Hey, but after seeing that clip, I think my week is ruined. Makes me want to go rub my balls on a cheese grater or some shit. Like, god damn. I don't know. I genuinely don't understand how somebody can be so fucking miserable.